So I tried doing a vlog yesterday and it didn't happen. The wind was so bad, the sea was crashing over, I lost my mic and a bit of a disaster. Anyway, this vlog today is about what bike do I keep. I've got a Road King Special which I'm on now, which I love to bits, and I've also got an Indian Springfield Dark Horse which I love. So this is a review of which bike in my opinion is best, this one or the Indian. So I'm going to go through what I like about this one, and I'm going to go through what I like about the Indian, because I thought both of them have got the pros and cons. Right, the sea looks a bit better today. Yeah, a lot calmer. Blimey, it was bad yesterday. Right, I can park there, that's good. Woo! Okay. So, let me take my hat off. Helmet. I'll put that there. So, this is Meadfoot Beach in Torquay. Look at that. Absolutely stunning, isn't it? Just going to adjust this a minute. Do that, the usual thing. Hello, good morning. It's a Monday. I tried getting out earlier, but it was absolutely pouring down. Yesterday I went out and it was right in the middle of the storm and it was horrendous. So yeah, I had to abort the vlog, but anyway, here we are, a new day, as they say. So the situation is this: I've got inherited, well, I didn't inherit it, it's my wife's bike. Jane can no longer ride it, it's a bit heavy for her, so we didn't want to sell it, so I thought, well, I'll ride it because it's gorgeous. And of course that is my beautiful Road King Special. We bought it from new. We've had some fantastic memories of it. We've been to European Bike Week a few times. We've didn't know, it's been faultless, this bike, and so I can't sell it. I don't want to sell it, but I've also got an Indian Springfield Dark Horse, which I love equally, but it's a similar sort of bike. There's not much difference, you know, it's the same style, it's, you know, it's a bagger basically. So, do I need to? Well, no, obviously I don't. Would I like to? I don't know. So the choice is, do I keep my Harley, you know, Road King, or do I keep the Indian? And this is what it's about. It's about the pros and cons of both, and we can see what your views as well. It'll be quite interesting. So listen guys, if you haven't subscribed, please help the channel. We need your support. We're loving it. Jane and I are loving vlogging, going out, doing these, you know, doing these vlogs, doing the reviews. We've got lots of support, which is fantastic, from manufacturers, dealers, and we've got some amazing trips happening during the year as well, for you to follow. So please subscribe and please follow us. It's great. And those that have subscribed, thanks. Brilliant. So this is the 107, and do you know what? I love it. I've had a 114, I've had a 117, And I think the 107, in my opinion, is the best. It goes really well. It's free revving. It's a great engine. So what have I done to it? Got a new seat on it. It's a CVO seat. Because the original seat, typical Harley, they always make a seat that's comfortable for the rider, but not for the pillion. So this is great. The only problem is when it rains, it's got all these little holes in it. And of course you get a wet bum. But it's very comfortable. What else have we done? We put a LED light on the front. And I would advise anybody to do that. The light is superb. Now listen, I didn't pay very much for that light. It was 20 quid. So you can, on the internet, you don't need to spend hundreds of pounds. That light is perfectly good. And it's been really good. So you don't need to spend hundreds of pounds. But so we got Vance and Hines exhaust pipe on it, which is nice. It just gives it a little burble. Yeah. Little burble. And the other thing we find with the special, for me, standard, they've got these handlebars which are dead straight. And what it does, it kicks your elbows out and makes you look quite ridiculous, to be honest, on the bike. So yeah, we've changed, I'll take that off, we've changed the bars. And they're fabulous. You're probably wondering why I've got the bag on the front. Well, the reason why I got the bag there is I got my sweeties. No, I haven't. I got my tool bag in there. But what's good about it is it kicks the wind off your chest a little bit. It's not brilliant. It's not like a fairing or anything. But it does. It actually kicks the wind off your chest a bit. So when you're cruising at 70, 80, it actually helps. Morning. So the problem I got is I can't sell that one, can I? We've had it from new, and so basically let's just go through from one end to the other. The bags are great. There's loads of room in them. The seat's comfortable now. We've got the rack on, obviously, but the bars are great. So the bike is ready, and we're not going to change it at all. We love it just as it is. So the bike has been flawless. It's done 11,000 miles. We travel all around Europe, and it's been fantastic. Tyres on it are great. The brakes on it are great. The gearbox actually is very smooth. I'd say one thing about the Harley is the gearbox is a lot smoother on the Harley than it is on the Indian. But the Indian, to be fair, I'm running it in, and or just run it in, so the gearbox is pretty new, but it will loosen up. But yeah, we love the bike. So, but I think what lets any Harley Davidson down, the suspension. A lot of people have upgraded the suspension. On the Indian, you don't need to do that because the suspension on it is fantastic. Listen, I'm going to turn around a minute and show you this. Isn't that beautiful? Very lucky living in Torquay in Devon. It's a beautiful place to live, honestly. It really is. So what else can I tell you? Yeah, I mean, it's a Harley 107. I think it's 1800, 6-speed gearbox. We all know that. My review on it is that it's a great bike. I love it. We love it to bits. Really love it to bits. I'm not going to sell it. But the Indian, I just don't need two bikes which are very similar. So it's a difficult situation. Please help me out on this one. What would you guys, what would you keep out of the two? So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go home now and I'm going to go get the Indian and bring it back to the same spot and see what you think. Okay, see you later. So the dilemma is this. I'm on my Indian. I've ridden this for a while. So what a beautiful day, isn't it? Look at this. This is the day after the storm. So we've got this beautiful light. But it's right. That's a cracking bike, it really is. It's a beautiful bike. So the dilemma is that, what do I do? Keep both, but they're identical bikes really from different manufacturers. But I tell you what the difference is though, is the Indian's got suspension, where the Harley Road King says it's got suspension, but it's only just, I'd say. But with the Indian, it does smooth out the. Right, luckily we got the same place. That's cool. Right. So here we are. So as I said, I've got the Indian, and I love it. I love the Road King Special as well. Let me take the helmet off a minute. Whew, that's better. This is my Indian Springfield Darkhorse. In white, obviously. Let's just turn it off. I've changed the seat. I've still got the original seat, obviously. It comes with a black seat. What's lovely about it, they're interchangeable as well. You know, this is from a classic and it fits on this, so that's always good. Also the batteries, all the batteries are the same apparently, and the whole range, if I'm not mistaken, you know. So, but this is the 111, not the 116. The 111 is more than capable, more than adequate. In fact, it goes really well. What's lovely about it, it doesn't produce huge amounts of heat as well. So if you're in a hot country, it's you know, it's not unbearable. So got the lights on the front. They're not LEDs, but they're very good. I think the bike looks absolutely stunning. I love it in white. Apparently it's a Marmite colour. Some people don't like it, some people do. I love it, I think it's gorgeous. So what have I done to it? Well, except for the seat and the rack, that's it. So the nice thing about it also is it's got a good engine note to it as well. You know, it's got a nice burble. In fact, I'll just start it up a minute. It's make sure it's in neutral. Of course, it's not going to go into. There we go. Is that neutral? No. There we go. So here we go. Hear that? It's great saying stock pipes, you know. So when you buy an Indian, in my opinion, of course it's always about our opinion and vlogs, isn't it? It's never 100%. You know, it's always down to somebody's opinion, and this is my opinion. You don't need to change the stock exhaust because they've got a nice note to them. The Harley, you've got to change the pipes, more expense. As I say, I love my Harley. But when you buy an Indian, I think you got a better package in a lot of ways. I love the engine. I love the engine on the Harley. The gearbox, I say, is a little notchy on this compared to the Harley, but this will soften up as it, gets more miles on it. But it's the other thing I've done is I put this bracket on here for the sat nav. I prefer it, instead of the sat nav being on here, I prefer it right in front, so you look down and then straight ahead. You're not looking to the left. But everything on it is, Polaris done an amazing job. They did an amazing job in my book with Victory. I've got a couple of Victories and they're fantastic. But since they've been Indian, or make Indian motorcycles, the build quality is absolutely amazing. So you don't have to change the suspension on it, in my opinion, because it's pretty fantastic. With the Harley, I know people that change the suspension. It's like changing the exhaust system because they want it to sound right. You don't have to do that with this. Riding in comfort, it goes really well. The engine doesn't produce lots of heat when you're in cities touring around. The handling on it's superb, the brakes are superb. In my opinion, I'm going to get some slack for this from you guys. In my opinion, it's a better bike than the Harley. I think they're better built, but it's not a Harley. So I'm going to find it very difficult which one, if I have to sell, which one to sell. So give us a hand, will you? Let me know what your thoughts are, because it's a difficult one. I think they both look as good as each other. Now that Indian have got all the dealers all around Europe as well, so it's not a problem there either. So it's got a 5-year warranty on it as well, which Harley haven't got. So in my opinion, I think the Indian is a better bike, but I also love my Harley as well. So, ideally I will keep two, but if I have to sell one, which one would I sell? You guys tell me, because I've got a real dilemma. Tell me the reasons why as well, all right? Anyway, this vlog is now over. I'm going to go home, have a nice cup of tea with my wife and my gorgeous Tom. And I'm going to do some editing and get it out to you so you can have a look. Listen, guys, thanks ever so much for following and subscribing. So we've got loads happening this year, really have. Jane and I were loving it. Honestly, we can't tell you how much we're loving vlogging and getting it onto YouTube. And thanks to YouTube in it. And also, it's great to watch other people's YouTube channels as well. But please subscribe, and we'll see you next time. All right, love to all. Bye.